Hello, Miss McGuinn here. We're going to be talking about the process steps for ordering numbers. So the first step, and remember that when we order a number, we're putting it in order from least to greatest or greatest to least. We're putting it in an order of its value for each number. All right, the first step for process step is determine the order. So circle it in the directions, either least to greatest or greatest to least. The second one is to create a place value chart. Number 3, write the numbers. In place value chart, we're going to stack the numbers. So kind of similar to when we are comparing numbers, which is basically what we're doing, but we're just putting it in order. And then step 4, compare the numbers starting in the largest place value. Number 5, put the numbers in order. As we do some examples, we're going to use our process steps. Okay, so here is our first example for ordering numbers. Remember that step 1, it says to determine what order you're going into, least to greatest or greatest to least, and to go ahead and circle it. So my directions say put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and circle it so that I know which way that I am going to put my numbers in. Step 2, we need to create a place value chart. Well, looking at my numbers, I see that all of these numbers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So when I'm creating my place value chart, I'm going to make 6 places. I don't have any decimals, so I'm dealing with all whole numbers, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. All right, so I've created my place value chart. The next step says to go ahead and put your numbers into your place value chart. So I'm just going to start writing my numbers in. All right, so I have all of my numbers in my place value chart. All right, the next step is, and I've stacked them on top of each other. The next step is to go ahead and start comparing, starting in the largest place value. So the largest place value is my 100,000s place here. So now, when I'm comparing these numbers, I'm looking for numbers that are different. All of these are the same. So 5, 5, 5 in my 100,000s place. Keep on going. All right, here I have 3, 3, and 3 in my 10,000s place. All of those are the same. So I'm going to go to my next place, which is the thousands place. All right, I'm seeing 2, 6, and 2. All right, so I have different numbers. And again, we're looking for the numbers that are the smallest to the greatest. All right, so now 2, 6, and 2. Well, I can already tell you that these two are the same. This one is a 6. That's larger, so that's going to be my largest number. I'm going to go right over here and put this as a 3 because this is going to be the last one I put because it's the largest. So I'm done with this middle number. What's left to compare is my top number here and my bottom number down here. Both of these are the same. There are 2. So I need to go to the next place just with these 2. So here I have a 7 and here I have a 7. Well, those numbers are still the same in my hundreds place, so I need to go to the next place. My tens place, I have a 1 and a 4. Now I have different numbers. Now I can go ahead and compare. Is the 1 or the 4 smaller? Well, the one that's smaller is the 1. So this number here is going to be 1. And this will make this bottom one down here number 2. So now, I have these in order from the smallest number to the largest number. And I'm going to rewrite my numbers in order. So my first number is 532,714. The second number, 532,743. And the third number, 536,239. Alright, so looking, I'm comparing, making sure everything is right. I have put these numbers in order from least to greatest. Alright, here's my next example. Put the numbers in order from greatest to least. So look, thinking of my process steps, the first step is to circle, determine how you are ordering your numbers, greatest to least. Alright, so now I'm going to create a place value chart looking at my numbers. I don't have any whole numbers or numbers to the left of my decimal past the ones place. So I'm just going to go ahead and create my place value chart with my ones place, tenths place, and hundredths place. Looks very, very similar to when we are comparing, still using that same place value chart. And I'm just going to start putting in my numbers. When we're comparing decimals, we want to make sure that we line up our decimals. Put my first number in, 36 hundredths, next number, 6 tenths, my next number, 42 hundredths. Alright. Now, you might say, well, there's nothing here. There is an imaginary zero here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. But there is a zero here. If there's nothing here, you can extend that number out and make it a zero. Alright, so now, the same things. We're going to compare, starting in the largest place value. The largest place value is the ones place here. So all of these are the same, 0. Now look here. To my tenths, 3, 6, and 4. I have different numbers for each place. Now, we're going from the greatest to the least, or the biggest to the smallest number. So, looking here, 3, 6, 4. Which one is the largest? 6. So that's going to be the greatest. Now, before on the other example, I put the largest number as number 3. If we look back to our other example here, I put that largest number as 3 because we were going from the least to greatest. And this one, we're going from the greatest to the least, so now it's number 1. So now when I look here, I have a 3 and a 4. Well, which one is larger? The 4 is larger, so that's going to be number 2. And then number 3 is this one here. So now I have made sure that I compared it correctly. And now I'm going to put these numbers in order from greatest to least. So the biggest number to the smallest number. The first one here is 6 tenths. Next one is 42 hundredths. Oops, sorry, 42 hundredths. And then my last one is 36 hundredths. I put these in order from greatest to least.